Welcome to this week's Network Roundtable. We have Kellan Fluckiger with us. He is going to be our superhero, and we are going to find out what he is all about.
I remember visiting my grandfather's farm in Alberta, Canada. All around the farm they had hand pumps installed to provide water to the sheep, clean, and any number of other tasks this city slicker did not understand. I still remember the first time I tried to get water from that hand pump. I took a few pumps on the handle and nothing happened. My grandfather came over and patiently showed me how it would take a bit more work to prime the pump. As a small boy, that was a lot of work. Once the pipe was full and the pump was primed, it became easy to keep the water flowing. I stopped pumping and went to get my dad to show him what I had learned. When we got back to the pump, the pipe was cleared and I had to prime it all over again. Team Troopers hopes that the things you learn today will prime your pump. It's up to you to keep the inspiration flowing.
All right. Hope you like our new intro. You're going to be seeing a lot of it because we're going to be playing it at the beginning of all of our shows. So really quick, we didn't have time to touch on this. Kristen, do you have the script up by chance? You're still muted.
Okay, I do. I have it.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we're going to jump right into this. Kellan, go ahead and unmute yourself, and we are going to find out who Kellan Fluckiger is. Have you seen one of these before, Kellan?
I have not seen you do this before, so I'm excited. Let's roll.
Okay, so just a quick tip. Each time we ask who you are, we want you to come up with a different answer. You're going to be asked it 3 times. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Who are you?
I am a husband, father of 10 children and 20 grandkids.
Okay, hold on. That's the opener for the show. Kristen was supposed to jump in there. Give us just a minute. We'll get to you. Kristen, are you ready? Let's try this again.
I had the other one open, so we're just going to have to wing this one.
You should have this one open because I saved it in Google Drive.
I know.
Refresh it.
Okay.
Welcome to Network Roundtable. We're having a great time, and we've got no technical difficulties. We got human error happening left, right, and center. We're having a great time here. Okay. Is it just pink and blue now?
Okay, now I have a little bit of green, but I think I can work with it.
You shouldn't have any green.
I have some green.
And you refreshed the document.
I refreshed.
Wow. Bummer. I don't know what's going on then. All right. Well,
let's try it again.
Let's try our best here.
We're going to try it again.
Docs is apparently going to give us some technical difficulties. We should have the same document in front of us, and it doesn't want to play nice. So let's see what happens here. This should be fun. Who are you?
Is it my turn to talk?
No, it's Kristen's.
No. Micro HOA that introduces us to a deeper side of this week's Network Roundtable guests.
This week, our +1 superhero is Kellan Fluckiger.
Who are you?
Now it's your turn, Kellan.
Who are you, Kellan?
Kellan's here. What would you like me to do? There was a bit of a mute, and I missed some of the language, so what's going on?
Okay.
Welcome to Network Roundtable for the 4th time. Answer the question now. We're really asking you the question, who are you?
Well, now I'm going to give you a different answer now than the 4th time for the first question. So the first question is, I am a serial entrepreneur who is a business coach, breakthrough coach, and a creator of a movement.
Why?
Why am I that? Because it connects directly and deeply to the journey that I've been on, and the thing that I most feel passionate about helping people do.
Why?
You know, it is a fundamental nature of mine to want to help people maximize their gifts and talents. And when I see people succeed, I get excited.
And for the last time, why?
Well, I think that when I see people get excited and I see that victory feeling in their eyes, that they did something difficult and they were able to accomplish something they didn't think they could, that it makes me feel good for having been a catalyst and in some way assisting or catalyzing that change, especially when people overcome either some barrier in their head or some other obstacle that was keeping them from doing something they felt like they wanted to do.
Okay. Here's question number 2. Kellan Fluckiger, who are you?
Well, I'm a devoted husband, father of 10, and I just found out yesterday grandkid number 20 is on the way, so that means 17, 18, 19, 20. I've got 4 in the oven and 16 breathing air.
Kristen, you're up.
I'm getting some feedback that we are getting some feedback. I was trying to figure that out. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you fine, Kristen.
Okay. Who are you?
Okay. I am a recording artist who loves to write music and record and produce. I'm currently in a group that has released for the last 2 years, and 2 of them charted #1 on Billboard. I'm a professional performing musician and a recording artist.
Why?
Why am I that? Because music has powerful language, transcendent skill to communicate with people, far more than language. So that's one of the reasons I love music.
I hate to do it because I think that's a great answer, but why?
It connects with me on the deepest possible level. It draws my emotion in faster than any kind of words and language. There's something about rhythm and melody combining with words that is more elegant and in a simple but powerful way connects in a very fundamental level.
Why?
Well, I'm not sure, but I think it has to do with the rhythms in our body. We have a heartbeat rhythm, we have a breathing rhythm, we have cellular rhythms, diurnal rhythms of sleep and so forth, and so those rhythms seem to connect. I know that when I did study on meditation, getting into alpha state and the frequency of alpha and delta and theta brainwaves also seems to have a connection with the natural rhythms of our lives and emotion, and there's a couple of frequencies of beats in music and so forth that seems to resonate really strongly with the human spirit and body. I think that's why.
Shall we, since we don't have Joy here, do we get to ask Kellan to pretend that he is answering from Joy?
Sure.
Perspective?
Why don't you actually do it too then? So you can play Joy for a minute.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay.
So, Kristen, go ahead. You play Joy, and
Oh wait, I'm
Kellan
gonna play
pretends
Joy?
that you're playing Joy, and Kellan is going to imagine he's answering the questions to Joy. The reason that we do that, Kellan, ask you to do that, is because we've noticed that as people get the question answered from different people, they feel a different response to it. And so experience this as best you can.
Okay, so am I me or am I Joy?
I'm
You're
going to be
you.
Joy,
And Kristen's going to be Joy.
and I'm
Okay.
going to try to put on my best put together self because we know how well put together Joy is. So pretend I'm not sloppy me. I'm now put together me, Joy.
All right.
Who are you?
Well, I'm speaking to my wife Joy, and I'm your devoted husband and protector, and one that cares very much for you and your safety and your interests.
Why?
Because it fulfills a need that I have to do that, and it also is something that you want and you have expressed to me as wanting, and so I want to do that.
Why?
I think it's just, I know it's part of my nature. It's my nature to want to do that and be that, and also I've learned about the meaning of friendship from you as Joy in a way that I had never learned in my life, which was a meaningful and powerful experience for me.
Why?
Well, I'm 59, and to have gone that long without learning the real meaning of friendship and loyalty was now seems absurd. Normal is a
Oh, we're cutting out.
Yeah. Try that last part again, Kellan.
I said the why on the last part is because I spent a lot of my life in isolation, as sort of as an isolated person, and I've been able to have the fortune of the last little while to discover the meaning of friendship and loyalty in a way that I had never experienced previously in my life, and that's been really meaningful for me.
Why?
Because it was new. I mean, I'm 59 and have gone long segments of all of my life in a place not connected that way. Now seems absurd, but was real, and so it's been very meaningful and transformational. That's a good word to throw in there.
Why?
That was such a large change and a grounding experience. And it helped me see things, relationships, and the world, and my own purpose in a different way.
Is that good, Dennis?
Yeah, that's great, but the next line's yours.
Okay. So now a word from our sponsor. And Who Are You is brought to you by
The letter D and the word decisiveness. You are watching Who Are You live on the
Network Roundtable Small Biz Happy Hour YouTube channel.
All right. So now we would normally go into the section where we would ask the same questions of Joy. As you know, if you're a longtime watcher, we'll do that Friday at the beginning of the show, so Friday's show might be a little long. So we're going to jump to the end here. And Kristen, you got the line.
Okay. So we're skipping the +1 sidekick part. So welcome back our +1 superhero, Kellan Fluckiger.
Nope. Your line is, see you all this Friday as we talk about, and then I start, stepping back on Network Roundtable. And that's when you go, your Small Biz Happy Hour.
Yay!
Yay! We got to the end of it. All right. Well, thanks for watching. We will be talking with this amazing man all about decisiveness this week. So join us Friday at the new time, 9:02 a.m.
And his amazing wife.
Yes, and his amazing wife.
All right.